Okay, so this is Deliverable2 of our retirement calculator. As you can see, our retirement calculator compares two different options, and for each option you can enter your current rank, make it retirement, and all these different information that will help us calculate the value of your retirement. So each of these options reference a lookup table that's down here in a different tab, and then we'll display the value over here on the left. The reason we want to display these values is because the individual will know better what they actually contribute, and it might not be exact. So for example, TSP contributions, we have it by the percent, but if a person knows that they're contributing a little more than 3%, so not $260, they're contributing about $300 a month, then they can go in here, physically change that, and it'll reflect down in the value of the retirement. So let's go through and just see how this works. So current rank, we can be enlisted or officer, and what that does, the rank is used in a couple different areas. First, it's going to be used for determining basic pay. Basic pay uses the index function, and it looks up this whole table and references from the control panel your rank and number of years in service. So this number changes when we change on the drop-down menu of the control panel. The rank is also going to be used when determining BAH. And BAH also uses your location and whether or not you have two dependents or not, or whether or not you have dependents or not. So if you have 0 dependents, then we'll use this table for BAH. And if you do have dependents, we'll use this table. Like I said, all that goes back and is displayed on the control panel. So we can see if we enter that we have 0 dependents, that BAH over here just changed. So then we can go and you can choose whether you're using the new or the old system, and that's going to be put into play down here when it's calculating the value of the retirement. So if you're using the old system, then it's just part of your retirement pay times 0.25%, and goes from there. You can also calculate the value of the GI Bill, and this gets added into the overall value of the retirement. So you want to pick your state of GI Bill use, and that's how we're going to determine how much you get for the GI Bill. So for Georgia, it's going to go into the GI Bill tab, and it's going to look up the max public college tuition for Georgia, which is $15,000. And then what it also, part of the value is if you're using the GI Bill when you're on active duty or not, that depends on whether you get a BAH stipend. So we're going to say where we're using it, so that's going to determine our BAH, and then whether or not we're active duty. So if we're not active duty, we're getting that E5 BAH stipend. The years from now, that's how we determine the current value of the GI Bill. So just do a little NPV work right there. What our calculator does after you've entered both options is it'll choose a recommendation based on which value is greater for the two options. And over here we have a few miscellaneous allowances, and this will be added in at for the last deliverable, and this is just sort of special circumstances. So officers get, for every month, they get basic subsistence allowance. Enlisted personnel will get clothing allowances, and we'll add that in towards the end when we're doing our last deliverable. So that sums up our retirement calculator.